studios are the co-creation step in the RESISTIRE process, where results from each research cycle come together. During an open studio, results from research, analysis, and insights are further explored by participants to be transformed into ideas for feasible social innovations with potential for meaningful impact. The open studios are an innovative, multidisciplinary approach to policy design, bringing together a wide diversity of participants and methods to ensure creative and innovative outputs. The RESISTIRE project is designed to be participatory. During these intensive 2-day open studios, project partners work together with activists, researchers, policymakers, NGO representatives, user experts, and creative profiles like artists to focus on specific thematic areas. Internal participants bring insights from the project activities, while external participants bring their expertise and creativity. During an open studio, participants go through various stages of divergence, or exploring issues and possibilities more widely, and of convergence, or working towards more focused solutions. Throughout the 2 days, ideas are captured using sticky notes on a series of posters, all designed to trigger ideas and discussions. To facilitate meaningful exploration, qualitative research results are translated into informative visual tools that help to inspire the participants. Throughout the 3 cycles, RESISTIRE has collected 780 individual narratives from 31 European countries. These narratives were used to create a set of personas for each open studio. Each persona represents a different archetype of people that were affected by the pandemic in one way or another. A persona aims to communicate various inequalities or challenges faced because of policies or experiences related to COVID-19. They serve to stimulate creativity, create empathy, and to take some distance from the personal experiences of the participants. RESISTIRE also collected promising practices in 31 European countries which alleviate the impact of COVID-19 policies on inequalities. Borrowing the term from feminist scholar Dina Georgis, these better stories of policies and civil society initiatives aren't a perfect fix, but illustrate how a given societal situation can be meaningfully improved. Better stories are used as inspiration, as stories that identify ways to improve on existing practices without being solutions that are unattainable. As Dina Georgis argues in her book on the topic, there is always a better story than the better story. Participants use the better stories to find even better solutions. While Day 1 gives participants the freedom to brainstorm and explore issues and possibilities, Day 2 is more focused on developing solutions that are concrete, feasible, and innovative. It's the responsibility of the facilitators to ease the transition from brainstorm to focused development. In preparation for Day 2, facilitators reflect on the discussion from Day 1 to identify key topics, recurring themes and issues, and direction for ideas with the most potential. The result of this reflection is presented to participants who are invited to share their thoughts. What is the most important to them? What is missing? What should the open studio focus on during the second day? The discussion leads to an organic selection of ideas, and participants are invited to choose which idea or topic they would personally want to work on. The first session of Day 2 serves to create a democratic agenda for the rest of the open studio and is a crucial step towards developing concrete outputs. From there, participants break into smaller groups to have a focused brainstorm on their selected topic. In 1 hour, they go from initial idea to concrete output, or a proposal for a better story of their own, innovative solutions to mitigate the negative effects of the pandemic and associated policies. In this way, each open studio produces 6 to 8 action ideas that could be either a potential pilot project or the basis for recommendations to various stakeholders. This open studio flow is not only approachable and effective for co-creation, but it's structured in a way that can seamlessly adapt to diverse thematic focuses. Using this approach, RESISTIRE held 12 open studios on 12 very different themes, ranging from issues related to health and care, to evolving masculinity roles, to countering new forms of gender-based violence. The open studio approach is also flexible. It is possible to adapt to different spaces and budgets, meaning that it can work just as well online as it does in person. There are pros and cons for each format, but both produce consistent enthusiasm and quality outcomes. After 3 cycles and 12 open studios, RESISTIRE has produced over 75 innovative ideas for action. Of those ideas, 7 were further developed and launched as pilot projects in 9 very different contexts across 8 European countries. Countless insights have also been integrated into the 22 fact sheets and 16 research agendas produced in all 3 cycles. These serve to support policymakers, advisors, employers, and civil society organizations in understanding the social, economic, political, and environmental effects of COVID-19 policy responses on gender equality, and to suggest practical recommendations to mitigate these effects. These recommendations can also serve to safeguard against the societal impacts of future crises. Inspired? Great. Overwhelmed? No problem. All of this is to say, open studios create a unique opportunity to gather various stakeholders to focus on a shared objective. This diverse participation helps us to better understand inequalities, and the open studio approach provides a format in which we can rapidly share ideas, develop meaningful solutions, and create lasting impact.